Alright, welcome back to this channel. So today we have another anime deck profile. This, as you guys can see, this time is from Jack Atlas, right? I'm not getting his name wrong, right? As you guys know from the previous video, I'm not very well versed on the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's era. Now there's two reasons why I did this deck. Number one, because I have a Yusei Pluto deck. I want to use it, so I need another deck to compete with Yusei Pluto, so I'm taking his rival deck and making it in real life. And then the second reason is because it's freaking Bakura. Because freaking Jack Atlas voice actor in the English dub is Bakura. So I love Bakura in the original Doom Monster, so I was like, you know what, why not, let's do it. And he also has like the counterpart to Stardust, which is like Red Dragon Archfiend. So I went with this one. If I were ever to make, I actually don't want to do it because guys, I have like the way things are now, I don't have enough space where I live, so I have to like limit the things that I have. So I'm gonna take a break from making Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks. There's two more that are coming in the video format, but that's about it. I think for now. The only other one I would like to do is like Crow, the guy who uses Black Wings, just because I've never had a Black Wing deck, and when I played against it, it was devastating. But yeah, this is about Jack Atlas, not about Blackwing. So without further ado, let's go into his deck profile. Now, first card is a secret rare Battle Fader, even though it's kind of busted. I love Battle Fader. It saved me a lot of times, and it's very annoying. You think you're gonna win, and then bam, Like at least when this card was like prominently used, it would just put it, and it was like, wait like another freaking turn to like beat this guy. All right, so one Battle Fader. Then we went with Big Piece Golem. You can special summon this guy, right? So that's the reason why it's... Oh, no. You can normal summon this card without tributing, so that's why he's here. It's just just to get monsters out easier. And the same thing with like Yusei. There's a ton of Resonator cards, so I read through almost all of them, I think. All the ones I found, so some of them were actually bad, so I was like, I just need... He uses a lot of Resonators, so I need good Resonators, so I went with this one. I don't even know what it does. I can read it right now. I don't want to. Let's go. Alright, David, I'm doing this for you, because if you're getting a Yusei deck, then you're getting a Jack Atlas deck as well. Alright, next one. Now I really like how this one looks. Crimson Resonator. So it's another tuner. Then we have here Dark Bug. Then we have, this is like the first one I ever saw, right? Like, isn't this like the original one, like Dark Resonator? At least it's the one I remember the most. And coming out in packs a lot. Yeah, so these cards are pretty good. Like this one is like, yeah, if it's gonna be destroyed, it's not destroyed. So it's good to survive those turns. Then we have Double Resonator. Then we have Dread. Sorry. Guy used to look through the hair. Wow. Dread Dragon, so I don't know if it's like supposedly like a counterpart to the Breach Dragon. Not really, right? The effects are not the same, but it's another tuner to get those synchros out. Then here I went with this one. Light Lancer Archfiend, 1600 beater, 4-star, good to have. Then we have this one I definitely remember from the anime, Mad Archfiend. So I only put one in the deck, right? Yeah, I only put one. Again, 1800 beater, 4-star. And then we have the Power Breaker. It's a 1900 beater. We need those 1900 beaters to compete with the other decks if we ever use them against them. But this is also to counter Yusei's like Bright Star Dragon, whatever it's called. So another 1900 beater. Then this card, even though, it looks kind of silly, but at the same time, I do like the colors, it's okay. But yeah, it's another special summon monster, and it's like a high level monster, so it's good to have. So I went with Power Giant. Then the next one we have is Power Invader. Okay, I'm actually gonna read it. If your opponent controls 2 or more monsters, you can almost summon this card without tributing. So it's again kind of like the Fiend Mega Cyber, Then we have Red Gardna, also fitting the theme of the deck. 2000 defense points, 4 stars. It's going in the deck. Then we have a Red Resonator, another tuner. Now I really like this card. I love the art. I loved when it came out in the show. I was like, damn, why doesn't this card get more? Doesn't it get shown more? The attack is very decent too. I don't remember the effect, but look at this thing, Strong Winged Dragon. I love how this card looks. Yeah. Then I went with a Twin Sword Marauder, 1600 beater, 4-star. Then we have Vice Dragon. I remember when Chaos Dragon came out, I did play around with this card a bit. It was decently good. I didn't know Jack used it, so it's going in the deck. It's not. For this format, I think it's extremely good. Then we have... Oh, okay. Then we have Wandering Knight Wildwind. And then is this the last one? Yeah. And then lastly, from the monsters of the main deck, we have Red Sprinter. Alright, so 1700 beater and 4-star. Alright, now we're gonna go with the magic cards. I think this also has the same issue as you say. Not too many magic cards, right? But here we go. I went with Curse Armament. When I read it, I was like, this card's actually pretty good. And then, bam, double summon, just like you say. We need to get those monsters out quickly to synchro summon. Then we have another card that's been used a lot by the rivals of the main characters, Megamorph. Then we have the card Mind Trust. Resonator Call. You know, to add this, you have so many resonators, you can just pick one, right? I mean, oh my goodness, I didn't show the sleeves that I have for this deck. Here we go. Okay. You know, I mean, it's, you know, Crimson, Red Dragon Archfiend, so I went with like a fire, whatever, you know. Resonator Command, I don't know the name of the card, I'm sorry, I apologize. Resonator Command. Then we have Resonator Engine. And then I went with Twin Twisters, which is, you know, like, when they were, I think when the TCD was playing around, like, oh, we're getting Mystical Space Typhoon out or whatever, so like, let's put cards like this, like, play around the same way, but it has like a different cost, you know. And now we have the trap card. So another card that's used a lot in Yu-Gi-Oh! Call of the Haunted. They have Changing Destiny, Descending Lost Star. I love it because it's freaking Catastor. Yeah, it's a Call of the Haunted for synchros. I just like it because of Catastor. Yeah, it's, you know, it's a decent effect. It's pretty good. And then another card that's freaking fantastic was played in the TCG. I didn't even know there was a secret version, so I wanted it for this deck. Fiendish Chain. I love this card so much. Yeah, oh, I remember using this with a Yugi deck. Half or Nothing. This card could be pretty annoying. Oh no, was it this one? Oh no, it had the Judgment, you know, like with the axe, but it wasn't this one. But this one's still pretty annoying. And then we have another Kaiba card here. Interdimensional Matter Transporter. Prideful Roar. Revival Gift. Another Kaiba card. Shadow Spell. Reject Reborn. Compulsory Escape Device. Never heard of this card, but if I read it, it must have been decently good to be here. So I put it here. And then we have Powerful Rebirth. And that is it for the main deck. Now for the good part, right? Now for the extra deck, the recent 5Ds, you know. Where basically 5Ds, what they did was they removed their tribute monsters and they put them on the extra deck. That's, you know, so the really cool cards are actually here. So first up we have Red Supernova Dragon. Online I was seeing, oh, this is like basically the counterpart to Quasar. So it's definitely going in the deck, you know. Then we have this card. I saw this card was banned. You know, I was like, damn, man, a banned card? Then we're putting it here. Hot Red Chili Peppers. I mean, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. Freaking awesome name. And then we have this thing I can't even read because it's got so much sparkly dust on it. Hang on, let me see. Which is Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. Alright, so yeah, the more Archfiends we got, the better, right? We want to use those cards that represent Dragon Archfiend. Also the new ones. I don't even know if they use them or not, but it's all here. Next one is Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. And then, okay, now here are the cards that I do remember from the show. Red Nova Dragon, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, and then the original Red Dragon Archfiend. There it is. Then we also I didn't even know this card was secret rare either. Crimson, I did see some people playing this card, you know, like TCG. Pretty good card. Crimson Blader, Chaos Knight Archfiend, Chaos King, sorry, and then Exploder Dragon. Remember what I said about the Exploding Dragons with Sane's deck? So I was like, I'm so happy he used this card so I could finally get to use it. Red Wyvern, and then lastly, Red Rising Dragon. So I think this deck has, let me see, is it 14 cards? Yeah, I think it's only 14 cards. I don't know. It doesn't look like Red Dragon received that much support, you know, even compared to Stardust. So yeah, so I just went with 14. So I'm just glad it's close to 15. I wish it was 15 so I could have like a full, you know, like a full set of everything. But that's about it. And then lastly, oh, I didn't put Battle Fader on top here. And then lastly, we have the extra deck, that side deck. I keep forgive me. Let's continue. We have Soul Resonator, 2 copies. This is like, I'm assuming it's support, right? I don't think he ever played it, but clearly if he continued, he would have played it. So 2 copies of this guy. Looks pretty freaking cool. If it's yours, because the effect is good. Then we have not 1, but 2. This is my favorite looking one, honestly. It looks like something out of Majora's Mask. Oh, not Majora's Mask, but do you guys remember this Stone of Truth from Ocarina of Time? That eye kind of looks like that. This one is Vision Resonator, 2 copies. Then we have 2 copies of Mad Archfiend, just because it's 1800 beater, so it could stay on the field probably longer, right? And then lastly, right, 2 copies of Power Breaker, again, because it's a 1900 beater. You want to attack, you want to keep it on the field until we Synchro Summon. Then now for the magic cards, this one only had, yeah, only magic cards. So I went with Resonator Destruction, Absolute Power Force, Crimson Gaia, Red Dragon Base. I just honestly at this point I was like, just put the card, man. I need the draw power. Scarlet Security, and then just because you say has it, come on, then I have to give this to Jack. 1 Dark Hole and 1 Heavy Storm, and that's about it. This is the Jack Atlas deck profile. I hope you guys liked it. Again, I'm not very well versed on the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds era. So I apologize for that if the deck doesn't. I was like, oh, like why didn't have this iconic card or anything like that. But this is what I came up with by reading all these cards. And yeah, honestly, I can't wait to test them. I have them here. I haven't tested them. I want to test these decks. But yeah, hope you guys liked it. If you're getting any ideas, again, because I'm so new to these decks, you guys can definitely recommend like what I should do, put in or put out or whatever. Yeah, thank you also for watching, and have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.